Obviously, kind of the same song, second verse. It's a tale of two halves. I think that you saw the first half, exactly what we thought. We were executing really well, especially the first quarter and a half, a little over. Thought we were creating turnovers. We continue to get interceptions. We continue to capitalize off the turnovers. Up 23-7, and thought we came out with great energy. I thought that there was great focus all week. I thought our preparation was well, and it showed as we started the game. And we're up 23-7, and just have a couple of bad things happen to us. Had a couple missed assignments that resulted in points for East Carolina, and still 23-21 at halftime, and coming in at half and making a few adjustments. We knew East Carolina was going to make a couple of adjustments, and we felt like we were in good shape. Thought we had a great plan to start second half, and they take the opening drive down and score, and it was as if you just let the complete air out of the sidelines, the balloon, the whole bit. And that's what's disappointing right now, is us not being able to find a way to play 4 solid quarters or 3 phases of our football team. And that's I know we're playing a lot of young guys, but that's an area we've got to improve on. And so that's been very disappointing. Obviously we've played a very difficult schedule, but we've been in there, but we're unable to finish the thing, and that's kind of been the theme right now for this year, is we've been unable to finish it. We've been up, we've played well at times, very well at times, and just not having enough gas in our tank to finish it out. Again, you're up 23-7, and you really, I guess, we just thought we arrived, and credit Coach McNeil and East Carolina. I mean, they made some adjustments on the sidelines, but it wasn't anything that we hadn't seen before. Again, we continue to play a lot of guys in different positions, and moving around, trying to find the right combination, playing a lot of young guys. But these guys are getting plenty of experience, but it is frustrating to know that you're having a hard time finishing it out. So with that, I'll open up for questions. I know we've got a huge challenge ahead of us. I know we've got an undefeated Houston team. I guess they're ranked. Someone told me they were ranked, and so. Or in the top 30 or whatever it is, but they're playing well. They're a very seasoned bunch. A lot of seniors and juniors that are playing. Very experienced bunch, and they're playing very well right now on both sides. Actually, all 3 phases of the game. Coach Herman's done a great job with them, and we've got our work cut out for us this week. I can tell you that.
It appears you have another strong double threat quarterback. You talk about having to do that again about pretty much 5 weeks in a row that you can't face one.
Yeah, and that's kind of been our Achilles heel when it comes down to it. A guy, obviously Ward is an outstanding athlete, took over last year and has done a lot of great things for them. And he kind of gets them going, both he and the tailback. Faro is another dynamic back. So yeah, between with Ward being a junior and Faro being a senior, again, you got a lot of experience back there at the back that's played a lot of ball. And but quarterback run game is a part of their plan, and it has been. It was when Tom was at Ohio State, and it's not going to change. They're not going to change who they are. And we've got a huge challenge ahead of us.
Do you have any injuries you can update?
You know what? I think we're going to actually probably get a couple guys back, so that'll be good to see and give us some depth. And that's something we definitely need.
Is Zach Wood one of those guys?
We believe he'll be back. It'll be a game time decision. He didn't work out yesterday, so we'll see.
At the beginning of the season, you said you wouldn't really know a lot about this team until 4 to 5 weeks in. What do you feel like you've learned about this team so far?
Well, I think this team is getting better. I do think that. I think they're playing with great energy, and at times, I think the biggest thing we're having right now is finding a way to finish and find a way to sustain the energy level and sustain the intensity level that we're asking of these guys. You know, we're not very deep. We don't have a lot of depth, and we're playing a lot of young guys. When you play young guys, you have mistakes, and just so happens when we make mistakes, we had 3 critical errors the other night that resulted in 21 points. When we make a critical error, it goes for 7. Okay, you know, it's an area that we're not very fast. So when you break to the secondary, you know, we don't have too many people that can run you down, and so that's you know, this is a football team that when we do make stops, we've got to convert, and we've done a good job of that. And when we do that or create turnovers and we do capitalize, you see what happens. We've seen that against Baylor. We've seen it against TCU, East Carolina. We've seen that this year. But what happens is when you have a team like we've got right now, is the first sign of adversity that hits you. You know, that's when you really need your leadership. That's when you need your experience to step up and say, hey, we're okay. We can weather this storm and we can keep moving. And I'll give you an example. You know, we're down 42-17 against TCU, and we rally right back, and we make it a 5-point game with 7 minutes to go in the game. We're down by 12 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter the other night, and you would have thought we were down 44 points. It was just a defeated mentality that we've got to keep working through, and that look, we're never out of it. We were down 10 with 6 minutes to go the week before and scored 14, and so it's just it's a roller coaster of emotions, and it's a daily roller coaster, and so you got to get these guys to believe. Look, just stay with the process and keep pushing forward, and so. After this point in time in the season, you know, we're a football team that's playing hard, but we've got to learn to play harder. We've got to learn to play with greater energy, because that's the way we're going to beat people. We're going to have to outplay people. We're going to have to outplay them 4 solid quarters.
For a team that went 1-11, do you think it's kind of was ingrained in some of the guys who have come back this year were playing? It's kind of ingrained in their head. You think?
Well, again, I try not to look at the past, because we're focusing on nothing but today, and what can we do today to get better, 1% better. You know, we're not going to allow any of the negative thoughts of what's happened in the past and to be an excuse. That's the worst thing we want to do is make excuses. And so, and you know, those that choose to follow that route, they won't be with us very long. And so, no, we're not going to look at the past. We're going to look at what we've got right now and move forward. And you know, and I've said it. We're moving guys around. We're pulling red shirts off guys, and whatever it takes, we're going to gain valuable experience. And you know, the thing I know is we got a lot of ball left, and we're going to continue to get better. It's a daily process, and that's the only thing we can control is ourselves. How we approach every day. And so again, I was very, very pleased with the way our guys responded to the challenges we had all week long. Our staff, the way I challenged our staff to make sure we bring the energy last week and especially early in the game, and they did. They responded. But we're just having a hard time sustaining.
Some of the guys you put in and moved around, some good surprises for you, any of those guys?
Well, yeah. I mean, we saw again guys, you know, flying around making some plays. You know, again, just gaining some experience. I mean, it's we'll continue to get these guys valuable experience and keep pushing forward. And you know, the thing that we ask our guys is to keep playing. Just keep playing hard, keep fighting, and the process is going to bring results.
Short week this week and a road game on top of that. What's the biggest challenge you're preparing for a game like this?
Yeah, well, I think these guys are ready for a road game. I do. I think they're ready. It seems like we've been at home every game this year, and you know, even when we played TCU, we stayed in the same hotel that we stay in, and so I think these guys are ready for something, you know, to kind of get out on the road a little bit and kind of get us against the world mentality. And so it is a quick week, quick turn. We were on the field again last night, as we do every Sunday, and we'll be back out there again today, and you know, kind of a short practice tomorrow, and then travel on Wednesday. But we'll be ready. I mean, we're going to show up. I'm going to tell you that. I mean, you know, I know they're all undefeated and everything, but we're going to still show up, and we're going to still fight, and we're going to still play hard, and you know, that's why we play the game. Our guys are going to give all they got. I can promise you that. And you know, we're going down there with intent to get better every day.
Jeremiah Gaines, I think, caught as many balls Saturday as he had the first 4 games. Was that a focus, or is that just a product of something that was available out there?
Well, we tried to take what they were giving us, and that was, you know, he did a really good job. You know, making some plays. We were able to get him out in the flats a little bit, but you know, again, he had a pretty decent game. Playing better, so again, proud of him.
One of the young guys getting experience is Chad Persley at the critical left tackle position. A week ago you said, I think, that Briggs had missed a little time in practice, but you left him in to start another week. What did you see that you like about Persley, and now that you've got a couple of games of film on him?
Yeah, and Chad will start again this week. He's a guy that's playing really well. Just kind of taking, you know, he opportunity happened. Door opened up for him. He took advantage of it, and he didn't want to give it up. And so he's battling for it, and it's a daily battle, and there's great competition, and that's what you ask. You know, you really want that. That's when you know you're getting better, when you've got competition at every position. And you know, Chad's done a good job, and he was actually our lineman of the week this week. He did a really good job. So I'm really proud of Chad.
Coach, you pulled the red shirt off Matt McNew last week, as you hinted at before. Are there any other guys you're considering pulling off and giving them a shot?
You know, there are. There's a few that will travel with us this week that have been practicing with us, and so we'll keep working those guys. Again, I don't really want to do that right now, but I also know that if these guys can gain some valuable experience that's going to pay off in the long run, we'll definitely do it.
You and Tom Herman kind of came into the American Conference at the same time, head coach, both former offensive coordinators, in-state too. Do you ever catch yourself, you know, looking down and seeing what he's doing at Houston?
Well, we're worried about SMU, and that's my main focus is what we're doing and how we're getting better and the way we run our program. And you know, we're not going to take a back seat to anybody in this state. I've said that since I got here, and that's not going to change. We've got some great coaches on our staff that are working relentlessly to get this program turned and get it back. And so our focus is on the SMU Mustangs. And now, you know, he's a great coach. He's proven. He won a national championship last year. So, but our focus is right here at SMU.